Hey guys, this is Brittany Calloway here. I'm on the set of Awkward Philosophy here with my boys T.O. and Rock Salad. I need you to stop what you're doing and go subscribe to Awkward 101 TV right now.
Why you gotta be so fine? Come on over here, baby. I don't wanna waste no time. Okay, I'm shy. When we lock eyes, I look good with your mind. Them pretty girls make me nervous. I don't wanna make it seem like you ain't worth it.
Okay, so everybody asked me that because I literally just started less than a year ago. I've always loved doing Halloween, my kids' Halloween costumes, my Halloween stuff, and I've always had a love for it. But it wasn't until last year I was working at an elementary school for foreign community schools, and they had Spirit Week, and every day is something different. You're supposed to dress up or do something different. And the kids had Animal Day, and none of my kids came dressed as anything. Nobody in the class had anything going on, and they were like, well, we didn't have anything at home. We didn't know what to do. So one of the TAs in the class was like, well, I got some face paint over here if you want to just do something real quick on the kids. I was like, sure, I'll do something. So I painted every kid in the class as a different animal in 15, 20 minutes. And throughout the whole day, everybody was like, that is really good. That is good. And I was just like, I don't know something about it. I love it. I love doing this. So I went home. She let me take the little palette of face paint home.
Look up.
Yeah.
Take that home for free.
Right. And so I went home and I was like, Braylon, you got to let me paint your face. He's my 7-year-old son. And he was like, okay, Mom, whatever. And so I painted him as a little tiger. And I was like, I don't know if y'all think this is good, but I think this is really good. Right. I was like, I'm feeling this. And so I put it on, I think Facebook and Instagram, and people were like, oh, that's pretty dope. And so ever since that day, I've been like nonstop doing this. And I finally got into a little bit of special effects, and that's really where my heart is.
How often do you practice it? Like, do you do it, 3-4 hours a day? Do you just do it on the weekends?
I try to do it every day. There's some weeks that I don't do too much of it, except for maybe on the weekends. It's just about balancing time between, a 1-year-old and a 7-year-old and house and home. So
I know we talked off camera about you supposed to be going to like LA or something like that.
Yes, I'm going to cinema makeup school in Los Angeles. May 14th is when I leave.
Ooh,
so
how long are you going to be gone?
5 weeks.
Ooh, that's going to be rough.
It's going to be rough. I'm going to be out there by myself, completely alone. So it's going to be really tough.
Hall pass?
Video games and hall pass, baby.
Hall pass.
Demone, what's good, baby? Come on, play the game with you, baby. I'm single,
I already
man.
got that on lock. I'm like, people going to be stopping by. Got family members checking up on everybody. Yeah, so no hall passes. Yeah, it's gonna be scary.
I bet that's probably the longest time ever you've been probably gonna be away from the kids
I've
too.
I've never been away from my kids more than one day.
That's crazy.
It's gonna be really hard. I have a friend out there though who we went to the same high school. He's been out there for 10 years, and so he knows the ropes, and he's gonna kind of show me around.
So what made you decide to just say I'm going to just go to LA?
Well, I know that I wanted to expand my knowledge on it. Other than YouTube can only get you so far. So far, I've been learning tutorials, self-taught type of thing, but I feel like hands-on education from the professionals was the way to go. And so that's what made me start looking into it. There was a few other schools, but that one was like the premier school in the world.
Right. So where do you look to take it? Like, let's say you go to that. I know you're gonna kill it. You learn all the stuff you're gonna learn from that. What do you look to take it after that?
My dream, which I feel like is most special effects makeup artist dream, is to like be on Face Off on Sci-Fi.
Really?
I've
never seen that.
To do Face Off. You've never seen that? Oh my gosh. It's where they build creatures out of, what they do with the makeup and prosthetics. And that's what I'm taking as a prosthetics class.
That stuff be looking crazy, man.
So like one of the I don't know if you've heard of her. Her name's Venial. She's like my idol. She did Mrs. Doubtfire. She made Robin Williams. Okay. into the old woman. So she's known for a million other things, but that's probably one of the.
So you would love to work on set then? Work on set of movies?
That's my goal, yeah. Okay. Movie sets, commercials. I work for a production company in Fort Wayne currently called Open Sign Productions, and I do some work for them. What's
some of the biggest challenges you face in doing this face painting? 'Cause I know you make it look easy. I know it's been some challenges in the beginning, or is it something that your family thought or some friends thought? Have you had any backlash or any negative?
Not really from family and friends so much here locally. I am on social media, and I've become friends with some actual real special effect makeup artists and just the real deal professionals, and they've given me criticism, but for the most part, it's been constructive criticism, and I take that to heart, and I try to better my craft, and I hope to be on their level someday. So it's good that I'm networking and meeting new people because they're in the positions that I want to someday be in.
Okay, now I want to talk about some of your pieces.
Okay.
And as you can see, guys, we're gonna put up some of our pieces right now. So I want you to talk about this first piece that we're going to put up, and it was the piece with the cracks in the face.
That's the doll one. Yeah. And you can just find those things, and I didn't actually look at a tutorial for that. A lot of my beginning work was just looking at pictures and mimicking it and copying off of it, and that's what I did. And that was the result. So that was one of my first art, artwork pieces. Do
you ever look back at some of your work in the beginning, like, oh, I needed a lot more work? Oh my gosh,
all the time. I do that just about every time I do something new. I look through my old stuff and I'm like, man, this is terrible.
Right.
like this is bad, but I try to perfect it as much as I can.
Okay. Talk to us about this next piece we're about to show. This piece right here.
Yeah, it's like the snake.
Yeah, how did you like that? That was
everybody.
Creepy.
Okay, this is the biggest question.
I showed it to my daughter. My daughter like, Daddy, I can't look at that.
The biggest question I get is, how do you do it on yourself? It is so much easier to do my own face than it is other people's. It is a lot harder to do other people's faces. I don't know. It's just something. I guess I'm a woman. I'm used to putting on makeup or something like that because I'm just used to that.
Right.
And it's a lot easier. You just shut one eye at a time and paint over it.
Now, as good as you are with doing this face painting, I'm sure some women's probably like, can you just do my makeup?
All the time. Somebody
because
wants
if
me
you
to
could do that,
wedding, and I'm like, I don't do what I call beauty or glamour makeup.
But it would seem like it would be easier for you to do regular makeup than the stuff you're doing now. Is crazy.
Look, this is wrong to say, but I think I am better at making people look ugly than that. Making them look pretty. It's like, I'm not good at that. I don't know.
Now, one of my favorites, like I talked about it earlier, this next piece that we're going to show is the bullet, the shot to the head.
Yeah.
I love that one.
And the funny thing about that is a lot of time for effects, like to make it look like skin or whatever, you use a wax, a professional wax. I didn't have any, so I made my own. So what I used there was homemade prosthetic. And I just molded it, painted it, added some fake blood, and that was it.
Have your kids, I know you said you got a 1-year-old. Has he ever seen any of your face paintings or anything you did and got scared or cried?
So used to it. I have literally woken him up from his nap to change his diaper, looking like a zombie. Full-blown zombie and contacts in and everything.
Oh,
and
my
he's
goodness.
just like, that's Mom. I mean, I think he's just so used to it. They both are. I've actually tried to scare my 7-year-old because I think it's fun to do that to little kids. And he just doesn't, he's not buying it. It doesn't affect him.
Look, when I seen some of those pictures, I'm like, man, this girl got to be crazy, man. Like, man. Like,
well,
this girl is crazy, man.
I mean,
So I want to ask you, in 5 to 7 years, that's relatively short.
Yeah.
5 to 7 years. Let's talk hypotheticals.
Yeah.
Best case scenario, 5 to 7 years. What state are you in? And what is your dream job?
I mean, I would love to be able to afford to live in Hollywood and do this professionally every single day. I would just love to work on the set of a big film, you know. I not to say that earlier I said Atlanta or something, not to say I don't want to live in LA or Hollywood. It's just so extremely expensive. But if I was able to afford it and had full work, you know, then of course that's where I'd want to be. That's where you go for that type of stuff.
Right.
So that's where I hope to be, doing movies and having some stability and being able to provide for my babies.
That's what's
Got known. You need to get on that Snapchat though.
I can't.
That's
I gotta
Just
get
don't
used
be a ghost follower. You know. I didn't say that you was. What made you just jump like that?
What is that? A ghost follower?
I was a ghost follower. I'm
What
not
does
gonna
that
front.
mean?
Somebody who just
Like trolls?
No, yes. Yeah. Basically, on Snapchat, it shows you who's looking at what you have. And you can either snap or you not snap. What I find weird is some people look at all your videos, but they don't snap at all for themselves, which is a ghost follower, which is people that I know.
look. I snap, man. I get a lot of love. Stop! I just stopped 3 days ago,
Like a
sir.
week.
Look, now that I know who's the ghost follower, he's keeping track of my snaps. Facts.
How am I keeping track of your snaps when they don't
Every move he's
exist?
making or not making.
Look, obviously he keeping track, right? I just
Hold on. Now, this is the reason why I know you exist, because your eyes be on my snaps.
never, man. And stop it, man.
Okay.
Let people know how they can reach you on social media outlets in case, you know, we have a lot of viewers. And how can they get in touch with you to book you?
Facebook is Brittany, Brittany, Nicole Calloway. You can send me a message on there, or About Face by Brittany Nicole is my Facebook page with all my work, and you can book through that as well. My Instagram.
Instagram, email.
Yep. Instagram is Pretty Girl Gore at pretty_girl_gore. That's hard to say. Yeah. So Pretty Girl Gore. My email is aboutfacebrittany@gmail.com. So you can also look that up.
Right. And like he said, we're not only friends, but I'm definitely a fan of your work.
Oh,
like I
thank
think
you.
what you're doing is amazing. You know, like I say, we're very busy. We won't sit down with people who we don't think doing nothing positive, and very talented. And like I say, when I seen your work, I was blown away, and I'm continuously blown away by the stuff that you do. And like we interviewed Cam, like I'm a fan, you know what I mean? And I think that you going to LA is only going to make you better, you know what I mean? So keep grinding. I definitely appreciate you giving us your time.
Absolutely.
And, you know, keep doing what you need to do.
Thank you guys so much.
Gotta be so fine. Come on over here, baby. I don't wanna waste no time. Okay, I'm shy.